It was a crisp May morning in 2025, the kind where the sun peeks through the smog of Los Angeles like it's auditioning for a role in a feel-good musical. Randy Rainbow, the Emmy-nominated maestro of musical satire, was nursing his third oat milk latte in his sun-drenched West Hollywood apartment. At 44, Randy had conquered the internet with his pitch-perfect parodies skewering everyone from Trump to Taylor Swift. Okay, maybe not Taylor, but you get the idea. His latest viral hit, a Hamilton-style takedown of Elon Musk's latest tweet storm, had racked up 50 million views overnight. Fans adored him, not just for the laughs, but for the unapologetic queer joy he injected into every note. His phone buzzed. It was his agent, Marla, the woman who could negotiate a peace treaty with a diva mid-tantrum. "Randy, darling, brace yourself. Kelly Clarkson wants you on her show. Tomorrow. Elizabeth Banks is co-hosting the segment, and it's going to be a riot." Think power ballads and political shade. Randy's eyes lit up like sequins under stage lights. Kelly Clarkson, the powerhouse belter from American Idol, the queen of daytime TV who could turn a cover of "Since You've Been Gone" into a cathartic scream along for the soul. Randy had grown up idolizing her, literally. He'd belted "Breakaway" into a hairbrush microphone during his awkward teen years in Hawaii, dreaming of escaping to the Great White Way. And now, an invite to the Kelly Clarkson show. It felt like destiny, wrapped in glitter and a side of Southern charm. He accepted immediately, of course. Visions danced in his head. Duetting, Stronger, with Kelly, slipping in a sly jab at the MAGA crowd, maybe even getting Elizabeth Banks to improv a pitch-perfect a cappella diss track. Little did he know, this glittering opportunity was about to unravel faster than a cheap wig in a rainstorm. Chapter 2. Backstage buzz and the first fizzles of tension. The next day, the NBC studios in New York hummed with pre-show frenzy. Crew members darted like caffeinated squirrels, adjusting lights that could blind a lesser mortal. Randy arrived in a custom velvet blazer embroidered with tiny rainbow flags, subtle, yet screaming, "I'm here to slay and stay fabulous." Elizabeth Banks, fresh off promoting her thriller The Better Sister, greeted him with a hug that smelled like vanilla and victory. "Randy, honey, we're gonna make magic today," she whispered, her eyes twinkling with that Hunger Games mischief. Kelly Clarkson swept in like a Texas tornado, her blonde waves bouncing, her laugh echoing off the green room walls. At 43, she was the epitome of relatable glamour: jeans, a flowy blouse, and a voice that could shatter glass or mend hearts. "Randy Rainbow, oh my God, I've watched every one of your videos. You're a genius. We're doing a Kellyoke mashup later, your pick." The chemistry sparked instantly. Rehearsal was a delight. Randy cracked jokes about Josh Holloway's rugged duster role. "Darling, if brooding were an Olympic sport, you'd take gold," and Kelly roared with laughter. But as they prepped for the live segment on entertainment and activism in the Trump era 2.0 inches, a timely nod to the post-election hangover, subtle cracks appeared. Kelly, ever the optimist, wanted to keep it light. "Let's focus on how celebs like us can heal divides with humor, not hate." Randy, fresh off a parody lampooning Project 2025's wildest policies, nodded politely but felt a twinge. Heal divides? With who? The folks banning books and drag shows. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers, the Los Culturistas duo, popped in for their Epic Universe promo, adding queer levity with impressions of theme park mascots gone rogue. Truesdale, the indie band, sound-checked a soulful cover that had everyone swaying. Cybersecurity tips for seniors. Check. Kelly's segment on "Don't Let Grandma's Password Be Password 123 Feet" was gold. The set buzzed with possibility. Cameras rolled at 10 a.m. sharp. Chapter 3. The segment that started sweet but soured like lemonade in the sun. The audience, 300 Midwestern moms, NYC hipsters, and a smattering of superfans, cheered as Kelly bounded on stage, launching into her Kellyoke rendition of TLC's "I Got a New One," twisting it into a breakup anthem for bad Wi-Fi. Laughter rippled through the studio. Elizabeth Banks charmed with tales of directing strong women on screen. Josh Holloway flexed metaphorically about his cowboy reboot, and Bowen and Matt had the crowd howling with their Orlando roller coaster confessions. Then, it was Randy's turn. The graphic flashed. Randy Rainbow, satirizing the stars and the scandals. He sauntered out to thunderous applause, mic in hand, launching into an a cappella snippet of his latest hit, a Wicked-inspired roast of Supreme Court antics. The crowd ate it up. Kelly beamed from her couch. "Randy, that voice. Tell us, how do you balance the funny with the fierce? Like, activism without alienating Aunt Karen." Randy perched on the guest stool, his smile sharp as a stiletto. "Oh, Kelly, it's all about truth in tights. You can't sparkle without a little edge. Take the last election. Half the country's cheering for policies that roll back rights for folks like me, folks of color, trans kids. My parodies, they're not just laughs, they're lifelines. We mock to make it bearable." Nods from the panel. Elizabeth chimed in. "Absolutely. Art's always been resistance." But Kelly shifted, her Texas twang softening the pivot. "I hear you, Randy. But here's the thing, I've always believed in bridging gaps. Remember my Idol days? We sang for unity. Why not focus on what unites us? Politics divides, music heals. Let's not bash the other side, let's invite him to the party." The audience murmured agreement, polite claps for the kumbaya vibe. Randy's smile faltered, just a flicker. "Invite them. To what? A conversion therapy hoedown?" He leaned forward, voice honeyed but laced with venom. "Kelly, with all due respect, and girl, I adore your covers, that's the privilege talking. For you, maybe it's a debate over barbecue. For me, it's my community getting demonized daily. Satire isn't bashing, it's surviving. If we bridge with bigots, we end up underwater." A hush fell. Kelly's eyes widened, her laugh turning nervous. "Whoa, Randy, that's heavy. But come on, not everyone's a bigot. My fans are from red states too, they love a good laugh without the lecture. Keep it fun." The word, fun, landed like a wet sponge. Randy's cheeks flushed under the hot lights. Elizabeth shot him a sympathetic glance, mouthing "You got this." But the damage was done. The audience shifted uncomfortably, a few whispers bubbling up. Is he being too woke? Kelly's just keeping it real. Chapter 4. The Explosion, a fireworks finale nobody saw coming. What started as a gentle nudge escalated faster than a viral TikTok feud. Randy, fueled by the raw nerve of every queer kid who'd ever hidden their sparkle, fired back. "Fun, Kelly, your fun ignores the funerals. While you're belting anthems of empowerment, kids are losing healthcare, drag brunches are getting bombed, literally. My work calls it out because silence is complicity. If that's not bridging, for you, maybe daytime TV's the real bubble." Kelly, not one to back down from a vocal showdown, straightened up, her voice rising like a crescendo. "Randy, I'm not silent. I've donated millions to LGBTQ+ causes, marched in pride. Heck, I covered respect for a reason. But this show's about joy, not judgment. You come in with your Broadway flair, and suddenly it's a TED Talk on trauma. We're entertainers, not activists 24/7. Lighten up." The studio gasped. Elizabeth tried to mediate. "Ladies and gents, let's Kellyoke this tension away," but it was too late. Randy stood, mic trembling in his grip, tears pricking his eyes not from hurt, but fury. "Lighten up, that's the line that breaks me. Every marginalized voice hears that. Don't be so serious. Well, Kelly, the joke's on us if we keep pretending it's all giggles. I'm out. Thanks for the platform. Sorry it couldn't handle the truth." With that, he dropped the mic, metaphorically, because honey, those things cost thousands, and stormed off stage. The audience erupted in a mix of boos, cheers, and confused applause. Kelly sat stunned, mouth agape, as producers frantically signaled commercial break. Elizabeth Banks chased after him halfway down the hall, yelling, "Randy, wait. That was iconic. Call me for drinks." But he was already in the green room, grabbing his bedazzled tote bag, heart pounding like a drum solo in Rent. Back on stage, Kelly recovered with her trademark grace, turning to the camera. "Wow, folks, passion runs deep. Let's talk about that with our next guest." But the damage was viral before the credits rolled. Chapter 5. The Aftermath, a social media storm and soul-searching solos. By noon, #RandyWalksOff trended worldwide. X, formerly Twitter, lit up like a pride parade float. Fans rallied. Randy said what we all feel. Kelly, check your privilege. #StandWithRainbow, Clips of the clash racked up 10 million views on YouTube, spawning reaction videos from drag queens to pundits. One user, at @SistaSicilin, posted, "Randy Rainbow just fact-checked Kelly on live TV. Iconic." Another, at @1ST Native of Us, fumed, "Kelly's ignorance is showing, it's all about that white privilege bubble." Randy holed up in his hotel, phone exploding with texts. "Marla, you're trending higher than Taylor's tour tickets." Bo and Young DM'd, "That exit. Chef's kiss. Dinner soon." Even Josh Holloway, the straight-laced cowboy, shot a voice note, "Man, you dropped truth bombs. Respect." Kelly, meanwhile, faced her own reckoning. Post-show, she huddled with producers, replaying the tape. "Did I just get schooled by a glitter bomb?" she muttered. That night, she posted on Instagram, "Tough day on set. Grateful for Randy's fire. It reminded me why we fight. Love to all my LGBTQ+ fam. Let's chat more, Randy. No mics, just margs. Sparkling heart." It got 2 million likes, but the comments were a battlefield, half praising her humility, half dragging her for tone-deaf takes. The media frenzy peaked 2 days later. TMZ broke. Randy Rainbow bans Kelly from future parodies, "Too much drama, not enough disco." Variety ran a think piece. The Clarkson Rainbow Rift, when daytime meets the culture wars. Late-night hosts piled on. Jimmy Fallon did a skit where he walked off, mid-monologue, puppet in tow. Chapter 6. The Reckoning and the Rainbow Reunion. Weeks turned to months. Randy channeled the chaos into art, dropping a blistering parody of the incident set to "Defying Gravity, Defying Daytime, The Kellyoke Chronicles." It debuted at 100 million views, earning him a Grammy nod for Best Music Video. Tours sold out, TED Talks beckoned. But privately, the walk-off haunted him. Was I too harsh? He'd wonder over late-night calls with friends. Kelly's not the villain. She's just comfortable. Kelly, too, evolved. Her show pivoted to deeper dives, segments on queer history, allyship workshops. She covered Randy's parody on Kellyoke, belting it with tear-streaked mascara. "To Randy, you were right. Let's defy together." Invites flooded in for joint appearances, but Randy demurred. "Not yet," he told Marla. "Healing takes a remix." Then, fate, or a meddling agent, intervened. In October 2025, at the GLAAD Media Awards, their paths crossed. Randy, in a gown that screamed, "Elphaba gone glam," spotted Kelly across the room, nursing a cocktail in a simple black dress. Their eyes met, awkward nod. Then, laughter, nervous, real. "You walked off like a boss," Kelly said, clinking glasses. "I deserved the wake-up. You sang my shade back to me," Randy replied, grinning. "That's some vocal voodoo." They talked till dawn. About growing up outsiders, her in Texas, him in Hawaii, the weight of fame, the tightrope of joy in a jagged world. No cameras, just two belters bearing souls. Epilogue. Harmony in the high notes. By November 2025, the storm had cleared. Randy guested on the Kelly Clarkson Show again. This time, no clashes, just a duet of "A Whole New World," twisted into a satire on second chances. The audience, on their feet. The moral, in the theater of life, walk-offs make headlines, but reconciliations rewrite the script. And in the end, as Randy always says, "Darlings, the show's not over till we all sparkle."